In this video, let's learn how to increase stitches in crochet. An increase stitch is shorthand for putting 2 single crochet stitches in the same hole. So put your hook in the next hole to start an increase stitch, and it should look like you have 3 strands of yarn on the hook. The tip of the hook is facing you. The hook is in front of the working yarn. Now yarn over. Bring the hook down below and behind the working yarn, so that the tip of the hook is grabbing onto the working yarn. Pull that yarn through just the first 2 loops on the hook to draw up a loop. And now you have 2 loops on your hook. The tip of your hook should still be facing you, and the hook should be in front of the working yarn. Yarn over again by bringing the hook below and behind the working yarn, and then pull that yarn through both loops on the hook. So you're left only 1 loop on the hook. So you've finished 1 single crochet stitch. To turn this into an increase stitch, we need to do 1 more single crochet stitch in the exact same hole. The loop that's closer to your yarn hand also traces back into a hole. This hole is here, and that's where you need to put your hook. And do a second single crochet stitch. So when you put your hook in that hole, from the front to the back of your piece, you can still see it kind of looks like you got 3 strands of yarn on your hook. Yarn over by bringing your hook below and behind the working yarn. And then bring that yarn through just the first 2 loops on your hook, so that you've got 2 loops on your hook now. Yarn over again by bringing your hook down below and behind the working yarn. And then pull that yarn through both loops on the hook. Now you should have only 1 loop left on the hook. So you've finished a second single crochet stitch in the same hole. This is an increase stitch. Okay, let's try it again. Put the hook in the next hole to start a new increase stitch. There are 3 strands of yarn on the hook. The hook is in front of the working yarn. The tip of the hook is facing you. Yarn over by bring your hook down below and behind the working yarn. Bring the yarn through just the first 2 loops. Push the hook off to the yarn hand. Yarn over again. Bring the yarn through both 2 loops on your hook. The first single crochet stitch finished. In the same hole, let's do a second single crochet stitches. Yarn over. Pull the yarn through just the first 2 loops. Yarn over again. Bring the yarn through both 2 loops on your hook. The second single crochet stitch finished, and the new increase stitch is also finished.